Hi there, my name is Chelsea. I'm a student advisor in the Faculty of Business here at the U of A, and I'm here today to talk about registration, online degree planning, and basically everything that you would need to know as an incoming business student. So first off, welcome to the BCom program. Congrats on getting early admission. It's pretty cool and you should be pretty proud of yourself.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our office is not currently open to in-person inquiries or in-person appointments at this time. We are conducting virtual advising, and you can make that appointment through the ugradbus.as.me link, or you can send us your email questions to ugradbus@ualberta.ca.
So first off, I want to talk about just a bit of an overview of our program, and then we'll get into transfer credit, and we'll also talk about your online degree planner. The Bachelor of Commerce program at the U of A is a 120 credit degree, which means it's 40 courses. Most students will end up completing their degree in about 4 to 5 years, but we do actually give you 8 years to complete it from the date that we admitted you to business. So we don't rush you through the degree. You're permitted to take breaks. You just have to let us know about it. There's a maximum of 7 100 level electives that are permitted. This does not include things like your math, stat, econ, English. Those courses were required to get into the Bachelor of Commerce program. So any of those pre-professional courses do not count in that 100 level elective total. It's just the other courses that you've taken that would count. Within the 120 credits, the most transfer credit you can receive is 60 credits. That equals 20 courses. So if you took more than 20 courses prior to entering the program, the maximum that we could have transferred was 20. Once you're admitted, it's also important to note that all of your courses must be completed here at the U of A. We don't allow you to take courses at Grant MacEwan or Red Deer College or Athabasca or something like that. The U of A does offer some online courses that you can use as non-business electives, but you can take courses at another institution if you're going on an exchange program. Okay, so the session is going to be a bit interactive, so I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to pause this video and log into BearTracks. On the left-hand side, you're going to click Transfer Credit Report. From there, if you select Fall of 2020 and Bachelor of Commerce and click View Report, it will show you what courses have transferred from past programs or from other institutions. So review the transfer credit, make sure it's accurate. If you do have any questions, email us at ugradbus@ualberta.ca and we'll be able to look into it for you. So next, your online degree planner. So back into BearTracks, select your What If report on the left-hand side navigation bar. Click Create a New Report. Every time that you go through, you're going to want to create a new report because if you register in anything new or you register in a different section of a course, the What If report will not regenerate automatically. So you always want to click Create New Report and go through these steps each time. So first of all, you're going to see a bunch of drop-down menus. First off, you want to select the term that you were admitted to business. So in this case, it's going to be Fall Term 2020. You want that to be the first step every time you come into this report. Then you're going to go to the drop-down menus at the bottom. If you are currently a student at the U of A, your current program information should show in the first 2 rows of this, and then you'll see Bachelor of Commerce maybe in the 3rd row. You want to remove all of that information from your past programs, and you just want your report here to say BC Bachelor of Commerce for the first line, then your major, and then none for the concentration. If you have a minor, you would put BC Bachelor of Commerce in the 2nd row with the minor and then none, and you'd leave your 3rd row at none all the way across. If you don't have a minor declared, or you're not really sure what kind of minor you want, you would just put none for your 2nd row if you don't have a minor. and then click Submit. All right, so now you're going to see a report load that has a bunch of green bars. At the very top, there's a legend. It shows you how you can collapse all, expand all, or view the report as a PDF. We do not recommend viewing your report as a PDF. It's better if you can view it right in the screen here because it's interactive. You can open and close different sections this way, whereas in the PDF you can't. Okay, so the first section of the report is just showing information about what you can expect to find here. The report's designed to assist you toward determining completion of your degree requirements. We still want you to come in and meet with us advisors from time to time, but this can be a really great tool when you're planning out your schedule to make sure that the courses you're registering in fit your degree requirements. In the How to Use Report section, we have an academic requirements training guide, and we also have some videos as well in addition to this one. If you see an error on your report, make sure you report it using the error reporting form. If there's something wrong with your transfer credit, or you're confused about something, or a course isn't showing where you think it should be, that's what you would report in that error form. The next section you're going to see is the program-specific information. This will show you everything that you put in that what if report. So if you've put in that you're a major in marketing, you're going to see that. Your year is going to show. You'll also see the transfer credit you've received. So that number of transfer credits should match the transfer credit report. And we've got a disclaimer here as well that's just letting you know that if you're planning on taking spring-summer courses in the 2020 spring-summer, that you may just want to check in with us to make sure that those courses will transfer. The next section you're going to see is cohort versus non-cohort. If you're a cohort student, you're going to see a banner like what you see at the top. If you're a non-cohort student, you're going to see that below. So cohort students are students that have not completed very many business courses. It could be their first year of business. Those students will enroll in a set timetable for their first year. That set timetable will include 4 courses in fall and 2 courses in winter, and then they'll fill the rest of their schedule in with electives. Non-cohort students might be students in our after-degree program, or could be somebody who has completed a few of the introductory business classes already. If you're a non-cohort student, you're not going to enroll in a set timetable for your first year. Instead, you're going to choose courses that you're missing from your pre-professional courses, or your primary core courses, or those secondary core courses. Okay, so we're going to come back to this later on. Then you'll see the registered courses section. So this would show you anything that you're currently registered in at the U of A. If you're registered in any spring-summer classes already, those are already going to be included in here as well. So when you're looking at your requirements report, each green bar has a list of courses underneath of it. If the green bar is closed, it means you've completed the section, or it means that you have something in registration that completes the section. An open arrow means you still have to complete the course at a later date. So your primary core courses, some students will have some courses left in here that need to be completed, and you'll notice that the arrow is pointing downward instead of to the side. You'll see too that the units that are required for each course is 3 credits. Every course at the U of A is a 3-credit course. The next section will be your primary core courses. These are the same for all students, and all students are required to take these. Then you'll see secondary core courses, which are just more introductory business classes that you need to do in the BCom program, but that are a little bit different depending on the major that you've selected. If you want to look at the requirements for another major, you can always go back to that what if report and select a different major from the drop-down menus. Then you go to your major requirements here. So again, this will be different from each major. The accounting major, for example, requires accounting 414, 415, 424, 426, and some others. In this example, the student's already completed or at least registered in accounting 414, 415, and 424, and that's why that arrow is showing as closed, versus accounting 426, where it still says that 3 units are required, 0 has been taken. This means the student has not registered in this course. Then some majors will have some senior electives that are required for the major. All majors will have non-business electives. So the amount that you will see in this section will vary depending on your major, but everyone is required to do at least some. The number that you're required is shown there. If you have any non-business courses you've already taken that have transferred to the program, you'll see that they've filled in here as well. Then you come to your free electives. Free electives are additional electives that you need to take, but these ones can be business or non-business courses. Okay, so the difference between a non-business and a free elective is that a non-business course has to be something not offered by the Faculty of Business, whereas a free elective could be something offered by the Faculty of Business or it could be a non-business elective. It's completely up to you. Anything offered at the university from any faculty anywhere on campus that you have registration access to can be a free elective. If you put a minor in your what if report, you will see an optional minor section display as well. It's important to note that for most majors in business, minors are not required. International business majors are the only students who are required to complete a minor. Then we come to your summary section at the bottom of the report. So that will show a summary of everything from above. It's just going to verify that you've completed all of the things that you need to do so that you can graduate from BCom eventually. The first thing you see is the 100 level course limit. It will show you the courses you've completed already, and the maximum you can take is 21 credits. So like I said at the beginning, math, stat, econ, English do not count in this 100 level total. It's just the other courses that you've taken in addition to that. So maximum is 7 100 levels. The student's taken 2, means the student could do 5 more if they want to. You're not required to do 7 100 levels. It's just if you feel like it, you can. The next section is the program residency requirements. The Bachelor of Commerce program has 3 different requirements that you need to meet. The first one is that you need to take a minimum of 60 credits here at the U of A while you're in the School of Business. Within those 60 credits, 45 of them have to be senior business courses, so 300 or 400 level business courses here at the U of A while you're in business. Within those 45 credits, 15 credits have to be senior level courses from your major. So if you've never taken courses at another institution, it should be fairly easy for you to meet program requirements for residency just by completing the courses for your major. However, if you've attended another institution and you've taken business classes there, you're going to want to pay particular attention to this section throughout your degree just to make sure that you're meeting these so that you can graduate. Next is the 120 check. This is just a summary showing you the number of courses that you have taken and the number of courses that you have remaining in the 120 credit degree. Keep in mind that this taken number will include any courses that you've actually completed, as well as anything that you're registered into. The course is not for credit section. If you had any courses that did not transfer to the BCom program, they would be here. As well, if you failed any courses or you had courses that were not for credit, they would be listed as well. And if you register in a course as a BCom student that does not fit your program, an error message will pop up here and it will show you the courses that do not fit. If something shows in this section, you can't take it. We only allow you to do 120 credits, and all the courses that you take as a business student must fit your degree. All right, so now that you know what you need to take and you've seen that online degree planner, let's talk about how to register. First off, you're going to want to accept your offer on Alberta Launchpad if you haven't already. To do that, you're going to log into your account. You're going to scroll down to the form section and click on the Reply to Offer form. Select Accept. And then it does take about 2 to 3 business days for that information to be transferred into BearTrax. It's important to note that business does not require a tuition deposit. So if you accept your offer, you do not have to pay a deposit or anything up front. Next, you're going to want to change your program code. If you have never been to the U of A before, you can skip this step because your program code will automatically be Bachelor of Commerce. But if you've been to the U of A before or you're currently a U of A student, you're going to want to change your program code. So on BearTrax on the left-hand side, click Change Program. Select Fall of 2020, select Bachelor of Commerce, click OK. Do this for both the fall and the winter. It's very important that you do it for both terms. So if you remember earlier, I was talking about the cohorts and the non-cohorts. So what is a cohort? A cohort is a group of approximately 65 to 70 students that will take the same 6 cohort courses in a set timetable for the first year of business. There are 7 different cohorts, so there's 7 different groups of students who will be taking the same courses just in a different timetable. So the cohort courses for the fall are Management Science 312, Marketing 301, Accounting 311, and Biz 201. If you're an international student, you'll see in your What If report that you can take Biz 202 instead of Biz 201 if you wish. For the winter, the cohort classes are Finance 301 and SMO 310. So this doesn't mean that you can only take 4 classes in the fall and only 2 classes in the winter. What it means is you have to take these 6 courses if you're a cohort student. In addition to these, though, you could take an elective in fall and 3 electives in winter to a maximum of 5 courses per term. So at the top of your report, you saw before whether you were a cohort or a non-cohort student. Now I would invite you to pause this video, click on the links to see more information. If you are a cohort student, you're going to want to submit your cohort preferences. Here you're going to rank your preferences by the schedule that you like the most to the schedule that you liked the least. Then we're going to look at the preferences you've submitted and we're going to assign you to a cohort. Once your cohort's been assigned, you can add those cohort classes to your schedule first. If you're a non-cohort student, you will want to register in any primary core classes that you have remaining. If you've been admitted on probation, the priority for you should be those pre-professional courses that you're missing. So as I mentioned, those cohort courses, or the primary core as it's called in the What If report, you want to try to complete all of those in your first year. In addition to these, you might add some secondary core courses to fill out the schedule. If you're a cohort student, you might want to add a few of these to the winter term. If you're a non-cohort student, you can add these to whichever term makes the most sense for your schedule. And then take a few electives. You don't need to take 5 business courses in each term. I would encourage you not to do that and to add some electives to balance out the workload. On BearTrax, when you're registering, you will notice that there are several restrictions. You can see these by reading the class notes. So for example, Business Law 301 is restricted. It says not open to first and second year students. So if you want to take this course, you have to be in year 3. So the top of your What If report has to say year 3. We also have what's called priority registration restrictions on some of our courses. So if you read, you'll see that it's restricted to a group of students until a certain date, then restricted to another group of students until another date, at which point everyone else can register on August 1st. So the major and minor that you have will determine what your priority access is to specific courses. You can also see that there are class notes about cohort versus non-cohort. So this specific section was restricted to non-cohort students. If you were a cohort student and tried to enroll in this section, it would not let you. If you click the class number to the left, you will see a description pop up of the class, and the prerequisites will be listed at the end. The Faculty of Business does not waive prerequisites on our courses, so you must make sure that you read the course descriptions for everything that you're enrolling in. All right, so now some tips and tricks. So if you go to search for classes on the left-hand side of Airtracks, you select the term, and then you uncheck the Show Open Classes box. Leave everything else blank here and click Additional Search Criteria. It's going to open up this section that gives you some options to narrow down your search. The one that I like using is the start-end times, so that you can find a course that is only offered, for example, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from noon till 1. This can be handy if you're just trying to fill a gap in your schedule, or if you're a cohort student and you're trying to find an elective that fits in with your courses. The other thing you can do is leave everything else blank up top and just select Mode of Instruction, Internet. If you do this, it will show you any of the courses that are offered online. Now that you know how to build your schedule, you're going to register in your fall/winter classes on your enrollment date. So you're going to set your alarm. Classes fill up very quickly in business, so it is very important that you do set your alarm and that at 7 a.m. you enroll. Okay, so thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this today. We're excited to have you join us in September, and we are excited to welcome you to our BCom family. If you have any further questions, please book an appointment with an advisor at ugradbus.as.me or email ugradbus@ualberta.ca. Thanks.